Picture an MIT professor, Martin Renard, on sabbatical in Singapore. He decides to take on a massive software engineering challenge, writing a fully credible compiler from scratch. But he chooses a method no human engineer has ever attempted. He absolutely refuses to look at a single line of code. Part 1. The 34-day compiler. Instead of typing out intricate algorithms or agonizing over syntax bugs, Renard just talks. He spends his days strictly conversing with the AI model Claude. Through natural language prompts alone, he guides the machine to build the complex architecture required for a compiler. We're talking about an endeavor that normally demands teams of specialized engineers and years of focused effort. He pulls off this engineering feat in just 34 days. The large language model generated 40,000 lines of code. 40,000. And Renard didn't verify the code itself. Instead, he relied on the machine to also generate mathematical proofs of correctness. He only checked those proofs. If the math held up, the code was accepted as completely flawless. This introduces a profound shift in trust. For decades, computing has relied heavily on human engineering, human logic, human verification, human readability. Now, we stand on a precipice. We are beginning to trust volatile AI models to generate the very underlying systems that make computing possible, verified solely by machine-generated proofs. Part 2. Upending the Fortran workflow. This singular anecdote about a 34-day compiler isn't just a neat trick. It threatens a foundational workflow that has dictated how we interact with computers for over half a century. For a very long time, the software pipeline was rigid, but it was highly reliable. A human writes in a high-level language like C++. A compiler translates it to low-level assembly, and the machine executes it. Today, people are leaning into something colloquially called vibe coding. A human writes a prompt in plain English, the LLM translates it into thousands of lines of code, and we just run it. That manual, precise translation of human logic to machine code is rapidly being replaced by a volatile new pipeline driven entirely by natural language. And the stakes for getting this right couldn't possibly be higher. Over the next decade, a massive percentage of the entire United States electricity will be consumed by data centers. More than half of that energy will be eaten up specifically by GPUs. We are looking at a projected electricity cost of $83 billion just to power these chips. Because of this, compiler optimization is no longer just some academic exercise. In this high-stakes environment, if a compiler can optimize code to reduce processor stalls and run just 10% faster, that translates to an astounding $31 billion in direct savings. The financial pressure to build perfect, highly optimized systems is absolutely immense. Part 3. Machines writing machine code. Human engineers are genuinely struggling to keep up with the explosive evolution of hardware accelerators. But machine learning didn't just suddenly arrive in the compiler space yesterday. It has been quietly infiltrating it for 2 decades, moving from merely assisting compilers to replacing their core functions entirely. Let's look back to 2003. Saman Amarasinghe's team used early genetic programming for meta-optimization. They created unexplainable machine learning heuristics that somehow improved performance by up to 50% on certain programs. By 2018, they built iThemal, which used neural networks to predict hardware cost models twice as accurately as human engineers could. And today, we have the Vegan project. Instead of humans spending years hard-coding logic for new processor instructions, this system reads thick Intel architecture manuals and automatically generates custom vectorizing compilers. It does this in hours instead of years. This rapid evolution demands a fundamental rethinking of how we design programming languages altogether. Traditional languages were built specifically for the limitations of human memory. Our mental context window is, roughly speaking, about 20 words at a time. But a modern LLM's context window spans millions of tokens. Future intermediate languages shouldn't actually be designed for humans to read. They must be mathematically optimized for the vast, expensive token economies of these language models. Part 4. The friction of English. Right now, there is a growing consensus in the tech industry that English is the hottest new programming language, but traditional software engineers see a severe friction with this idea. Skeptics are meticulously unpacking the fundamental unsuitability of English for precision engineering. English is ambiguous by nature. It is not machine checkable. If you try to compose large, secure systems using English interfaces, you don't really need engineers. You need a team of lawyers to write contracts guaranteeing the semantics. Furthermore, it lacks strict reproducibility. A slight semantic shift in a prompt can yield a complete breakdown, generating entirely unusable AI slop. So, we arrive at a critical question. When the traditional code repository, that pristine, reproducible source code you commit to a platform like GitHub, is replaced by volatile English prompts and generated outputs, what becomes the new source of record? How do developers build and maintain massive, decade-long software projects when the very foundations are constantly shifting? Part 5. The Bi-Directional Toolchain. Amarasinghe offers a highly speculative, yet deeply fascinating solution for managing complex systems in a post-code world. Imagine a fluid ecosystem. Traditionally, if a developer hand-optimized low-level assembly code, the high-level source code immediately became stale and out of sync. But with LLMs excelling at decompilation, a developer could hack low-level assembly directly, and the AI instantly decompiles those modifications upwards. The high-level source of record auto-updates itself. Every layer of the system remains perfectly and automatically synced. Part 6. The NLP moment. The underlying message throughout this explainer isn't just about cool new tools. It is a profound warning rooted in a stark historical parallel. Around 2015, the field of natural language processing experienced a seismic pivot. Almost overnight, researchers abandoned decades of traditional handcrafted linguistic methods in favor of deep machine learning architectures. The established expertise of an entire discipline was rendered practically obsolete in an instant. Amarasinghe delivers a chilling ultimatum to the programming language community today. He warns that compiler engineers and language designers are facing their very own 2015 moment. In the next 5 years, programming tools will look nothing like they do today. The community must adapt to the AI-driven workflow and lead this redesign or face immediate obsolescence. Sunset or adapt. We are standing on the precipice of a total rewrite of an entire engineering discipline. It's a quiet, lingering thought for a field that has defined the infrastructure of the modern world. Please note, this video is AI-generated with Notebook LM, drawn from Programming Language Design and Implementation in the Era of Machine Learning by Saman Amarasinghe. Informational only, not advice. If you've been enjoying the journey, like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.